personal growth and development. Today will be episode 18, Alpha Dad Mindset. And today we're talking about dad shaming. If you're a dad, if you're a father, you might have experienced it. If you're father to be, you might want to continue listening. On dad shaming, it happens. And there's a mommy way to do things and there's a daddy way to do things. Generally now, when it comes to child rearing, raising our kids, the mommy way to do things is viewed as the correct way to do things. Women and mothers by default, just by being a mother, people automatically assume she's a great mother. Not always the case. Dads, on the other hand, have to prove their ability to be a competent and loving father. Like, really need to prove it. Dads by default are generally shamed. Because people have this tendency to assume that dads are just dads. They're just there to provide money. They're just there. And yes, in some cases they are there to provide money. But dads bring a lot of value to a family. But dads have a tendency to be devalued just by being male, just by being a dad. And if you're someone who's ever felt like you've been dad shamed or shamed for doing things for your child that other people, or maybe your mother of your children, that don't necessarily seem to agree with or understand. And get this straight. Mothers and fathers are different because men and women are different. And they will not always see eye to eye on every single detail, every single aspect of raising their kids. They'll see things differently. Dads have a tendency to be a little more... They will look at the big picture instead of the little picture a lot more. Mothers are much more detail oriented than dads are. I'll just give you an example of my own life. When it comes to raising our son's almost 7 months old. All the little things it comes into taking care of a baby, all the little things that you need to raising a child, having a baby. Like, I would have never thought of certain things. Yeah, diapers, formula, baby shampoo, stuff like that. But like this little medicine that my son takes, that he put into his mouth to soothe the gums, that the teeth are starting to tease, so the teeth are starting to push through the gums. Soothing medicine to put in his mouth every now and then when he's in his teething process. Never would have thought of that. Never. His mother thought of it, because mothers and women are much more detail oriented than men are. Men look at the big picture. And yes, I have a tendency to look at the long term more than a short term. And yes, the short term of raising your kids is very important, extremely important. And you want to look at the short term moments, the here and now. Tonight, for example, tonight's my first night with my son. Basically by myself. Father-son night. And I'm looking forward to it. They're great. That's short-term aspects that I'm looking forward to. But I like looking at the big picture. So I'll maybe sacrifice a little bit of time sometimes to make sure my son is going to be financially well taken care of in the future. And sometimes you get shamed for that. You're shamed for taking a little bit of time, a little extra time for that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely, there is nothing wrong with it. But if you're the kind of dad that's pretty much going to go out, earn a living, bring in a 6-figure income, you gotta face the reality that you're not going to be dad of the year. If you're a father and you're a CEO of a company earning 6 figures, you can damn sure you're not going to be father of the year. because that takes a lot of time, because that's your priority. And it's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Because the time that you're away, time that you're working, is setting your kids up financially for life, and they'll never have to worry financially. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the time that you get to spend with them, those moments you get to spend with them, with dad, they'll be sacrificed. And then you look at dads on the other side, dads who may not be willing to sacrifice so much time to build a six-figure income. That spending nights with their kids is more important than going out and sacrificing so much time. And to me, I'm the kind of dad who tries to find a little bit of the middle. Yes, you want to be home for your kids, you want to spend time with them, but you also got to go out and work. You got to go earn a living. You want to be a committed father. Yes, absolutely great. That's wonderful. But you also need to be committed to your job as well. And sometimes you get shamed for that. Oh, you're spending so much time working, committed to your job. Yes, because I'm a man. Men need to work. And men naturally, and dads will have a tendency to put in more time at work for their kids. Mothers, women, will choose to put in less time. And that's a big difference. Dad's more willing to sacrifice time to get ahead at their work so they can help provide more for the children. Why? Because men are natural providers. That's why. Women are natural nurturers. They want to be home and taking care of their kids. Men and women, moms and dads could do both. Absolutely. But dads have a tendency to lean a little more on one side. And sometimes you will get shamed for that. Sometimes you'll be questioned, criticized for that. But that doesn't mean you love your kids any less. No, it just means that these are your priorities when it comes to raising your kids. Every man has their own priority. And don't let anybody shame you for that. There's nothing wrong with that. Let your kids decide if there's something wrong. Let your kids come to you, I want to spend more time with you. Let your kids decide that. But don't let anybody shame you for doing what you're doing for the love of your children. Because we all love our kids and we want what's best for them. And every dad shows that in different ways. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, and if it was good value to you, you can like, subscribe. Alpha Dad Mindset, timeless personal growth and development. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.